海賊は肉で宴をやるけど Brace 3000
Wow. Hey, everybody. Sorry for taking so long. Wasn't too organized today because this is just like a quick live just wanted to do. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for being here, tuned in. Just wanted to go ahead and make an episode for my big number one fans, my biggest fans, all the trolls out there. Love y'all. Yeah. What's up with everybody tonight? I was thinking about maybe allowing you guys to maybe, if you guys wanted to call in maybe today, what you guys think? You guys want to be able to call in and say something? Let me know. Even for the trolls out there. But you know, you will get shut down right away if you come in with some pseudo stuff. You know, I don't even got time for that. Like, I'll just drop you from the call right away. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can I get a 1? Can I get a 1? Make sure you guys can hear me. All right, good, thanks. Okay, a second here. Shout out to Breeze 3000. This brother sent me like over 100 beats and samples. This is over a year ago, and he's been following me for a while. And I was like, wow, man, thanks, man. I'm definitely gonna use all your beats. And they're awesome, you know. And he never said, hey, you owe me this much, you gotta pay me this much. And he was real, man. Shout out to Vizo Breeze, all right? Let him know. And yeah, you know, a lot of people like the music. It's pretty nice. It's awesome to talk over in my presentation. So I love these beats. Yeah, a little different, right? So, you know, in this community, of course, there's a lot of controversial things spoken of, which I know can challenge a person's beliefs and what they've learned, you know, throughout their years growing up and what they paid for, fortunately, in this education system with their PhDs and all that. And I know, you know, yeah, I mean, it wasn't all waste of money, you know, like, I mean, you got the foundation, right? If any, but you got to get past that. You can't think you know it all. And I just want to say right now, I'm not nobody's master or anything, all right? I'm not here to manipulate anybody. You can easily turn away from the channel, unsubscribe if you don't want to hear what I'm saying. I'm not trying to manipulate your mind or take over your mind, as some of you guys say. You know, it's easy. Just get out of here. You know, you don't have to be here. Nobody's forcing you to be here. That simple. Like, it's obvious that you guys got like trolling problems, issues, you know. You're lonely, you got nothing else to do, you know, you're childish. You know, I understand there's people like that. And I don't pay much attention to you guys most of the time. I do answer, you know, in the comments. I hardly put you guys on blast. I put some people on blast just to make examples out of them, you know, because I want to address the whole community. And yeah, but if you really don't like the info, why are you here? You know, like, you know, talking bad, talking, you know, smack doesn't really debunk the information. Opinions, you know, without sources, you ain't doing nothing. You know, hurting me personally because you're mad at the information, that doesn't do anything either. You know, don't be mad at me for the info. Shout out to all the real ones out there. I see in the chat. Thanks for all the support. All right. Thanks for all the support. I know you guys recently saw me post a couple things, and I know you guys saw me don't pay attention to these trolls, and I usually don't. That's what I was saying. I like to take the opportunity sometimes to address the whole community and using these people's comments. Yeah. So, you know, if I do, hey, I do it sometimes. That's just me. You know, that's how Most High made me. If I didn't care about things, or if I didn't care, I mean, I wouldn't probably even have a channel. I wouldn't even have a channel, honestly, if I didn't want to address certain things. So, you know, I'll do my thing. I love the advice. I love you guys for supporting me and giving me good advice and everything. And I just know that I know I'm human too, though. You know, like, I got to come at these people sometimes. There's a time for everything, and I ain't no pushover. I ain't giving nobody's energy. I'm using these as opportunities, as learning, teaching opportunities for those who might think similar, but not in a negative way. They might be confused the same way, and then something that I might respond to them might actually help them think about something. You get what I'm saying? So these people don't faze me, right? I'm just wanting them to know you don't have to be here, right? You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. I thought this cover I made was pretty funny. What do you guys think? Oh man, and I just did it too real quick. I was just thinking, what can I do as a cover? And I thought, oh yeah, might as well just add some trolls, huh? So I'm let me see. Dial by your location. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity if anybody's interested. All right, you know, it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. And of course, you know, if it gets overwhelming, I can't get everybody on at the same time. If anybody ever wants to come on, you don't have to. You don't have to. Let me hold on. Okay, what's the cool. Yeah, all right, I'll leave that over there. If you wanna go ahead and do it. All right, but I just want to show you guys some examples of what people. Oh man, hold on. I'm sorry, I ain't that organized right now. One sec. Okay. Here's my wall, you know, community wall. Recently, I did some postings, you know. I know. On this one, I said, y'all still suck on hate and crayon colors, huh? Because everybody be about, you know, talking about black, white, yellow, green, blue, black, green, blue, pink, yellow, black. These are Asians, not black people. These are Asians, not black people. What is a black people? You guys let me know. What is a black people? Hold on, let me gotta separate this real quick. Here we go. All right. Got some pretty interesting comments on that post I did. There we go. So, I mean, I'm not gonna go over all of them, but there is some, you know, we'll say, you know, well, he's dark, but he don't have black features, right? He doesn't have black features. We're talking about, in this case, in this image, it was Yellow Horse, Chief Yellow Horse, which is right here. I think I got it. Just get a close up. There we go. So Chief Yellow Horse. All right. Is he dark enough for you? All right, hold up. Yeah, this ain't gonna be a traditional video, so if you guys are expecting, but just have fun, hopefully. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so a lot of people say I don't ever show people with kinky hair. I'm always showing Mongols. I'm always showing Asians. So is this a Mongol right here? I mean, does she have only straight hair? I mean, and she's not one from any of the civilized tribes. She's not from any of the 5 civilized tribes. I'm having a hard time. Hold on. Like seeing your comments. 1 second. I'm all disorganized. There we go. Yo, Lishade, they said that's a Mongol. They told me, people literally told me that's a Mongol right here. I don't show people with kinky hair. I only show people with straight hair, reservation Indians, $5 Indians. So according to the Pan-Africans and a lot of these prejudice people, this is a Mongol reservation Indian. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to the trolls. All right, hold on. Oh man. All right, so this troll on the right over here, he said he got no blue features. It's like the people say he got no black features. So I want everybody to tell me, anybody an expert in black features. If we have an expert in black features, can you guys tell me what that is? Can you guys tell me what black features is? I didn't know there was one look to Negroes. I didn't know there was one look to so-called Negroes. Do we have an expert in the house? Do we have an expert in the house? Can you guys, I'm still trying to figure it out. What is black features? Is it like these trolls? Do they have black features? That sis still has straight hair. There you go. JVF Cell says she has straight hair. Okay, there we go. She got straight hair. That sis got straight hair. So what is that? Does that make her not an Indian? If she had straight hair, according to you? Huh? JV Cell, why don't you call in and let us know what your expertise. Again, you guys are welcome to call in. Don't be afraid now. I ain't gonna bite. Just gonna learn you. I need an expert on the panel. I need an expert on the panel. There's always so many experts on the comments. I need an expert on the panel. Black is a crayon color. All right, JVF Sale, black is a crayon color. That's not a people, a nation, or a tribe. Black does not automatically mean any kind of tribe or any nation. You're talking about crayon colors. So if you're just gonna troll, all right, exactly. You're not an expert. Oh, I mean, I love your honesty. Thank you. That's all we needed to know. So when you said the sis still has straight hair, you're not an expert. You already said it. So thank you. Look like wool to me. Hey, man. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you're smart. You're smart. All right. He got no blue features. He ain't blue enough. Hey, Kurimeo, he ain't blue enough. Kurimeo, yo, he is not blue enough. He ain't blue enough, Kurimeo. Kurimeo, he's not yellow enough. Kurimeo, he ain't green enough. Kurimeo, black. Black is darkness. Black means invisible, Kurimeo. Blackanese. Oh man. So we got no experts in the house. I guess today they don't want to be experts. All right. So Kurimeo, where's his troll hair, man? Where's his troll hair, man? That's not an Indian. That's not a troll. He got no troll hair. He got no troll hair, man. Kurimeo, he got no troll hair. Hold up. You saying she got no troll hair? No Indian hair. What is Indian hair? You guys got to break all those misconceptions, man. America's the true old world. We had every phenotype here. We had every hair type here. Every shade of copper complexion, from the lightest copper to the darkest copper. A lot of people say, hey, man, you don't give honor to the original dark bands. How do you know everybody in the beginning was one shade of darkness? Who told you that? Who told you that? Was it somebody named Muhammad or Diop or Bay or L, or who told you that, man? Who told you that? All right. So, when you come to my channel, you got to make sure that you're coming with some kind of like something we can actually talk seriously about, other than opinions. All right. Oh, Kurimeo, yeah, he's dark, but he's not one of us, Kurimeo. He's not one of us, Kurimeo. He's dark, but he's not us still, Kurimeo. He's not one of us, Kurimeo. Who's us, first of all? When you say us, who's your us? And does your us, is it the same as the next person's us? And I'm talking about people in your same neighborhood. And I respect everybody that came before me and was here in the 70s, 60s, 80s, 90s. But what did they really teach you? And what sources did they really teach you? They show you, actually. Jesus. Yo, JB, shout out. So the meeting ID, I don't know if I want to give that out, but all right, I'll give it out. I'll give it out, I guess, Here you go. Then we got Yellow Horse here. And, now he may look a little more Asian. All right, hold on. We got Brother Lewis Jones coming in. Make sure to always be respectful when you come in, or we will take you out immediately. And if you are in the waiting room, just let me do one person at a time, all right? I'll let you in. Just stay in the waiting room. Hey, what's up, Lewis? What's up, Lewis?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hey, thanks for all you do, by the way, man.
Hey, it's a pleasure, man. It's, it's a blessing to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's it sure is, man. It's never supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
I don't got to tell you that, but yeah, it's nice to actually finally get to talk to you, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I talk to a lot of people. Anybody could just, always send me an email and we can do private meetings anytime. But I'm glad that you took the opportunity to join us today. And what do you think about what I'm talking about? What would you have to say?
And and like, well, that's a big old loaded question, because basically you covered a tremendous amount of stuff, though. So can you give me like a area? But
Well, what do you think about this person we're looking at right now?
oh, this American Indian photo in color.
Yeah.
Well,
Would you say he doesn't represent your people?
not necessarily. No, uh, from what I've learned, it's not necessarily about skin color. It's more about
Hmm.
genetics, and yeah, I've learned a lot about your videos and a lot about, DNA listening to you, and everything is not necessarily how it always appears physically. A lot of us are super shallow, so for me, I'm one of those people who like to hold my opinion on what people is based upon physical looks, because looks can be deceiving. Does that make any
Like,
sense?
yes, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like, if people just focus on physical appearances, no, they're not really, doing any research, doing their genealogy, and that just shows it right away. Especially when they're saying, because they'll say, the so-called black man is first, but then all over the world. But then when it comes to, then they start talking about Asians and Europeans and all that stuff. So, so what happened to everybody being from all over the world? You know,
Mm.
so they kind of contradict themselves. We got AG Pignon. Hey, what's up? Can you hear us?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, what's up? Hell yeah, what's up, Papa? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's
That's
everything?
what's up. I'm blessed, bro. Straight up, man. We struggling though, stressing and shit, but freak it, bro. We still trying though, for it, man. We making time.
Where you joining us from?
From El Paso, Texas, from Chuco.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
And it's
Cool.
opened up a little alkaline food stand too, man. So shit. If you got any fucking, I don't know, any lures out there that you can pull for me or some shit, that'd be dope. Where you from? Mexico?
No, I'm not. I'm from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica? Oh, that's what's up, bro. Hey, could you send me some stuff this way or no?
Yeah, but it's something we can talk about in private. I don't do exporting or importing, but things like that we can talk in private if you like.
Yeah,
I leave my email, all the time. Louis, where you calling us from?
Altadena, Pasadena area, California.
Okay, Cali. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I see that I got a lot of I do get a lot of followers from California and Texas. I think that was the majority.
that's
in the
what's up.
States. Yeah. Right now I'm
Hey,
showing
so-
an Arapaho youth. They've also told me this is a Mongol. What do you guys think?
Shit. Look like G to me. I don't really differentiate too much, man. I just kind of see what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, and AJ, I'm sorry to ask, would you are you light skinned? Are you what would people call you?
Brother, I look like you, big dog, for real.
Okay.
Chicano or whatever it is, Latino,
right.
Hispanic.
And okay, and now people, are you from Mexico?
No, born and raised right here in El Paso,
Okay.
Texas.
Is your family from Mexico or come from or?
We're primarily from like Chihuahua.
Okay. And would you say that like people say, well, Mexicans are racist, and all that.
Mexicans and dark brothers, we correlate a lot, man. Like we don't have too many differences for real. Like one thing about myself is that Mexicans can be a little bit naive when it comes to race. But yeah, I've dealt with that, man. That's one thing I've dealt with my dad, as a matter of fact, because I've been influenced by hip hop and shit. So the way I speak and how I come kind of agitated them years ago, dog. But you know what I mean? Fuck, like that was my influence and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we do have a sense of a sense of dividends, man, between cultures. But that's the beauty about what's going on right now with these shifts and shit, that we all come together. You know what I mean? And it does feel like I walk the streets, bro, and folk know that I know myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of the race and shit. And that's the beauty of it, because it's like we're like a walking bond and shit almost too. You know what I'm saying? Because I can communicate with folk and they do receive me well, man. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I try to explain. I don't think, you know, when we have hateful people and people generalizing and stuff, they're usually not the majority. They're usually, you know, not the majority. They just make the loudest noise usually. They're the ones making the noise, so people assume that everybody thinks like him or that person or she, right? So I just want to say, like, you know, your example, you probably, I don't know how long you've been following me. You have respect for everybody, and when I asked you about if Mexicans were race, I just want to see what you said. But you know, people are people. There's racist people all over the world. There's racist people in the hood. There's racist people everywhere. It doesn't pick colors. All right, and there's
an individual mindset.
Yeah, there's good and bad people. Hey JJ, if you joined, but you didn't connect your audio, so you got to connect your audio when you join the Zoom. All right, so if anything, just drop out and reconnect, and make sure you connect your audio. Yeah, JJ. All right. So again, yeah, they've told me this brother I'm looking at right now, the Arapaho, which is not any of the 5 civilized tribes, and people like to be kind of like stereotypic and say that anybody that's not, you know, from any of the eastern woodland tribes or anything like that, or anybody west of the Mississippi is a Mongol. This is an Arapaho, you know. This is an Arapaho. All right. And hey, what's up, man? Yeah.
I'm chilling. What up?
Yeah. Hey, you look like Indian to me, man. So hey.
I'm telling you.
So, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people are ignorant or, you know, prejudiced, stereotypic. That's their personality. This doesn't mean it didn't matter where they were coming from, what color they were, because there's bad apples everywhere. And we got to get past that, man, because all we do is always trying to debate, tell people who they are, tell people who they're not, or I'm more this than you, and you're not this. You look like this, you know. You shouldn't be here. You're stealing our culture, when they don't even know anything about the person, you know. So builds like this should be done more, instead of builds where people are talking, putting people down all the time, because all the other channels, that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. Right here, I got a side picture of Yellow Horse and Scottie Pippen, right? This image has gone around a lot. And because a brother did that, right? A so-called black, right? I don't know how else to say it, but because somebody that looks more like them does the picture, they're cool with it, right? It runs and it goes viral. But as soon as I colorize it, right? As soon as I colorize it and put it on my videos, I'm showing Mongols because of what I look like. So it's weird how people base my information based on what I look like and not the content. It's like they didn't listen to Martin Luther King when he was talking, I have a dream. Talking about the content of your mind, not the color of your skin. Where's your heart at? Where's your spirit at? You over here talking about indigenous, and you don't even practice any indigenous things. Indigenous people are very spiritual, loving, right? They don't come with that hate. And, you know, what do you guys have to say? Go ahead, sorry.
Well, yeah, you nailed it. My thing is, it's like, I get into a lot of arguments about history and whatnot, one thing I do tell people is like, even with the whole police force and like of course race and whatnot, we tend to generalize everything. We neglect the individuality between people. Yeah, even if there's a lot of people that we see from media. I mean, media has their own agenda. Media is here to stoke a lot of the flames and whatnot. The media shows what it wants to show, and unfortunately, it likes to leave out individuals who control media, like to leave out a lot of the good aspects of, corporations or or people. It's like, I mean, historically, nasty politicians have stayed in power by stoking flames. And well, if you keep the house fighting, it's easy to make to make out with all the treasures. It's easy to snatch it from underneath your nose. And everyone's always fighting and whatnot. They can go behind your backs and they can change things, or they can enact laws to further oppress people. And we'll be more for it, largely because of fear and also not paying attention. So it's what they say, there's order in chaos, but for whom?
Yeah. And so so basically like, divide and conquer, right?
Yep.
Let's just make them fight each other. I mean, that's what's going on right now. Like, look at the news. Like, they promote, if let's say it's a group that's generally known to be very stereotypic towards certain people. Why put that on blast? You know what I mean? Like, why are you promoting that? Like, that's not everybody doesn't, that's not in every situation. Like I said earlier.
How crazy it is anyway. Like you say, hey, I'm digging, bro.
Hey, what's up, brother? Where you calling us from? Or where you joining us from?
I'm actually in Florida right now, man.
All right.
And
how's the weather?
What's happening, man?
Hey, how's the weather, man?
Hey, the weather cool as shit right now. It ain't as cool as me though. But I'm gonna get back to the point though.
Yeah.
To the script. And you mentioned that in regards to, as we get finicky about words, skin complexion, black is a certain tone, you know what I'm saying? If you look at the crayon, it ain't no color that look like black. But on top of that, when we get into the science of certain things, it's a reason why they nitpick about that. Now, certain folk, out here in this world, they got a certain agenda. They got a certain program. They got a certain something that they, trying to do a mission, if you will.
Yeah.
And then you got other folk who it ain't about a mission. It's about what they've experienced in their life. You know what I'm saying? They might have been at a very young age, growing up with a decent family, with food, with life, with everything, not knowing about a racism, just like all babies do. And then you witness something, or you experience something that can be explained, but if we get into the psychology, the traumatic issues, and all of this doctorate type stuff, and you experience something at a young age, and that's life. You look at all the animals; they all experience things from hatchlings, growing up. Hell, if you a turtle and you make it out that damn egg to the damn sea, you experienced enough life. And if you make it from, a baby turtle to a bigger turtle, you've experienced all the life you're gonna experience. But guess what? All your brothers and sisters who you was hatched with, you ain't, lived that full life with. Every animal, every species experiences in life.
Yeah.
And as a whole, we kind of don't never really appreciate what that all means. And I say all that to say, experience is the best teacher in life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so
that's
no matter what language you speak, a person know a smile when they see a smile. They know tears when they see tears. They know confusion on your face when you're trying to figure out where to go, what's what. The body, the human language that we have, despite the tongue that we speak, despite the actual dialect that we have, when my folk out there in the island there, and before God, and wherever they want to be. Yeah, man. You got the like he mentioned, you got the Mexican, you got the Spanish. Listen, when you think about that for real, all that's just like the goddamn seasonings in your cabinet, dog. You got cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, turmeric, ginger, garlic powder. It's all types of peppers if you look at the garden in regards to what make life, and seasoning. So all that flavor is how you can really kind of put a certain perspective on what this all is. See, I got a certain Cherokee background on both sides of my bloodline. It's a little deeper, but that's one of the key, if you will, dominant traits for me. Cherokee. It's on my mama's side and it's on my daddy's side. What I know about it, even based off of some of your videos, bro, is honestly, it is amazing how I done traveled a lot of the U.S., mostly the east side. Like I'm born in Florida, South Florida, but I done seen all the way as far to Ohio. That's where my father lineage is. So when I'm speaking, you got something to say?
Yeah, no, I said okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, with that part of me, the charts that you show that show how the Cherokee lineage was from Florida all the way up to certain areas way back when, all of that actually is so factual, bro. It's past factual, it's the motherfucking truth. See, facts can be debated. You can go back and forth with a fact. Truth is truth. You know, you feel heat, motherfucker, that's true. If it's hot, it's hot, motherfucker. The fact that it was hot is one thing, but the truth is it's goddamn hot. So when I'm talking, what I'm saying is pretty much the fact that my bloodline and what I feel since my experience growing up. I'm 32 right now, born in 89. I'm an 80s baby. But when I hear the knowledge you speak, even brothers that you done.
I'm 88.
See, okay, see. So when you have what's that, bro?
I'm 92, brother, my bad.
Oh no, you good, bro. It's all love. That's why
You're a year older than me.
Yeah, man. But shit, like I say, bro, everybody, if you really pay attention to you, you know what I'm saying? You don't need no government, because self-governance, self-mastery, that's where it started. Being able to just hold your tongue, hold your energy, being able to govern you, move when you know you're supposed to move, all of that, you know what I'm saying? I work on a goddamn line, not a line assembly, but for a company, not trying to put too much information out there, but I work on the line dealing with food. So what I mean by that is a lot of times you have to just know how to coordinate and operate amongst other people when you got different stations. Everything in life is so micro that when you actually look at it on a macro level, it'll amaze you, bro. I was a jitterbug and I said, man, if I could figure out the problems in just my life, I bet you I could help everybody in the world. Cause what problem do I have don't nobody else have?
Okay, well that's one of the wisest, you know, that's what you can't help anybody until you can help yourself. Like, you know. So that's I wanted to actually hey Mary Welsh, can you hear us? If you're there, you can unmute if you like. All right, and JJ, I'll go ahead, Mary.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey Mary, how you doing?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm doing good. Where are you joining us from?
Shelbyville, Kentucky.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so how's everything? How you enjoying the build right now?
I'm just listening. It's all good here.
What do you think about it? What we're talking about?
I just have I have the same understanding as everybody else. Just trying to figure out where, you know, genealogy and understanding that type of truth. And you know, I follow a lot of your videos and everything.
Okay. And have you started your genealogy?
Yeah, I started a little bit, just getting stuck in some areas. I got an appointment with you coming up next month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. Yeah, you're gonna see how You're gonna see it's amazing. Yeah, I do like 3 genealogies a week, help people out with that, and I mean I sit there for hours with them. And you know, we try to go as far as we can, and we find some very interesting things. Just the other day, let me just show you guys real quick. Just the other day, you know, because talking about the Black Confederates, right?
I think I tried to set one for like last month, but it didn't come through. But it's all right.
Hey man, just you gotta, I schedule them. Sometimes there's like a 2-3 month wait, but I make it. You know, I'm sure I make it, and you know, I don't miss any appointments.
Yeah, I don't think it was like official. I think I was already.
Okay.
Yeah, you said there was a lot of people ahead. You said let's try for November, and I guess things happen. So. Sorry for interrupting.
No worries. So just this the other day. So we got this ancestor of somebody's genealogy I did the other day. And I just want to show, first of all, his census real quick, as you guys can see. 1880 census is calling him a mulatto, Isaac McClure from Tennessee. All right. 1900 census is calling him a so-called black man. Right. That's 10 years later, 1910. He's black, right? Now, what's significant about him? Well, first of all, he's a Confederate, right? Is he a one of the body servants? No, nothing like that. All right, he doesn't. Nothing here indicates he was a body servant. Now, let me show you this. This was he couldn't believe it. And this things I find all the time. So he's actually from the U.S. Indian troops, Chickasaw Choctaw Cavalry of the Confederate Army. Now, this debunks everything what we were taught in elementary school. First of all, there ain't supposed to be any black Confederates. Second, there ain't supposed to be no so-called black Indians. And then neither of them are supposed to be in the Confederate side. What do you guys think about that?
I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, it's like if you want to enslave the people and keep the people dominated and down, you can't let them know how great they were. So, and individuals are so deep to the lie that just the mere fact of history being exposed is going to destroy them. They're going to lose everything. I think it's at in my opinion, it's at the point to where so much stuff has been left to simmer for such a long time, and stuff still continues to stack on whatever categories it is when it comes to whether the death, the stealing, the killing, the lies. It's like I think they're at a no road. They can't turn back. So they have individuals in power have no choice but to keep the lie rolling. Yeah, that's they ain't gonna get out of it. And I was talking to my friend the other day. I was like, imagine, right? I mean, people kill each other over the dumbest things. There are stories that come out like, oh, someone took the someone like owed $5 and they ended up dying, stuff like that. I was like, imagine you find out that everything you learn, you put hundreds of thousands of dollars into degrees and schooling, or you put and all that time that you cannot get back, only to come to find out 99% of it, or 90 or 80%, whatever the percentage is all a lie. How pissed off do you think millions are going to be to find out that they went to school and they spent all this resources, all the time that they ain't getting back a great deal of their life, and put a lot of their pride in it, and then all of a sudden they come to find out it ain't what it is. It's gonna. I don't think I can really describe how hurt people are going to be. It's going to be it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Imagine millions of people feeling like that, and all their power is built upon that. I mean, corporate America would collapse and potentially burn just by them exposing the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, I just want to continue on this because we're showing the Civil War, and that just reminded me of something I posted the other day. Let's see. Okay. So he said, regarding Kurimeo, because a lot of people had we're addressing trolls today. So a lot of people kind of took it personal, my Civil War videos, because they still kind of holding on. They want to hold on to the poor slaves. Everybody in the South was a slave, and still was about slavery. And if it's all about the money, as he says here, the slaves were part of the American capitalism system, part of our collective memory in American history. But again, the North did not free any of their slaves. They only freed the Southern ones, which were very few. It was already dying out. Got to watch part 1, 2, 3, and 4, not just part 4. So it wasn't about slavery. Doesn't matter. Indentured servitude existed. We know that. At this time, the way to employ people was through the indentured servitude system. A lot of the time it was family, most of the time. A lot of the time it was family. And whatever else was available. Indentured servants came in many forms. White, black, Indians, everything. All right, so yes, they were making money off that, but that was their business. That's what, and a lot of these people were so-called black landowners that owned these people. Quotes. So people still, try to attach to that. You guys are not understanding the Civil War thing. All right, you're still stuck on Abraham went to free all the blacks, but Abraham was free already, and he was a so-called black, gray in color. All right. So again, Isaac McClure from the U.S. Indian troops, Chickasaw, Choctaw Cavalry, Confederate, right? A so-called what? Black man. A so-called black man, and he's not a body servant. There's nowhere in this saying he's a body servant, because Civil War historians will tell you, they'll try to tell you that it's a myth about the Black Confederates. They were only body servants, and that's a lie. That's a complete lie. Today I did another genealogy, and all I kept finding was Confederates and the person's family in the South. So yeah, you're right, Lewis. When the truth comes out, it's gonna hurt a lot of people, and that's okay. Truth hurts. It's okay. It's okay. We all been through that. It's hard to let go of things. But
it's going to be okay for some people. It's not going to be okay for others that are on the receiving end.
Truth is truth. It doesn't, it doesn't wait for people to prove it. It has no color. It's just truth. And people just got to be mature about it. It's okay. Take your time with it, digest, take a breath, go take a walk. There's no reason to be disrespectful, though. There's no reason to be disrespectful. There's no reason to troll. There's no reason to get mad at me. There's no reason to get mad at anybody. All right. Yeah, you paid for it. That's fine, man. We were all there. We were all raised with the whole Pan-African thing, out of Africa thing. And a lot of people be like, yeah, well, I never believed that. I always knew. Well, look, you're lucky. I wish I, grew up knowing too. But I wish you would have told the rest of us then. Why didn't you tell the rest of us? So again, there's a lot of people out there. Let's go back. Let's go back to the,
to the lecture at hand.
So, we got like the person in the left right here, the troll. He said, we all from Africa, man. Dr. Omiki Muhammad Wolof Diop said so. That's their source, right? Black power. And then when you go to his source, Diop, Muhammad, Omiki, Muhammad, whatever, you start seeing all their videos. I start watching all their videos. And not once did they show one source. You got 5, 6 hours, 20 hours of somebody talking, a PowerPoint, talking and giving opinions. and never has shown you any sources, and you never asked them for a source. You just said, oh, thank you, Mr. Diop. Thank you, Mr. Mahan. Thank you, Mr. Bay. Thank you. Oh, Mr. L. Thank you. And you guys never questioned it. Never questioned it. Because it sounded good to you, right? It sounded good. It sounded good. But is anybody this person's color? That's black. That's literally black. That's literally black. You're talking in crayon colors.
I mean, we could all be that color. We can all just go jump into a tar pit and there we go.
There you go. If you want to be black, go ahead, jump in the tar pit. But, the point is, you're talking crayon colors, man.
That's like blackface.
He ain't blue enough. He ain't a fairy. No, he's a fairy. He's not a troll. You're not even blue, Kurimeo. Why you talking about our people, Kurimeo? You're not even blue. You ain't blue like me, Kurimeo. Why you talking about my people, man? You ain't blue enough. You know?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go into I just want to read some comments here real quick. All right, just real quick. Now, this person said, it's strange to me how the ancient artifacts and murals clearly depict so-called Negroid people, but the photos don't. There has to be a tribe that rocked their natural kinky hair. Okay, so again, I don't show anybody. I don't show no Negroid, I guess. I don't show no Negroid with kinky hair. I don't show no Negroids.
Well,
I don't show no
who say
Negroids.
that, bro? Because you got a mean like portfolio, dog. Like,
I get those comments daily, man. I get comments like that daily.
I've seen you show the old maps with the what is it, the Arnoldus Montanus ones with the froze? The Indian on those pictures are sitting up there with the full-on froze.
I've shown many things, man, and the thing is, though, it's just okay. So you're comparing this. So let's go back. So you can't compare murals painted by the Mayas in Mexico. That's not even USA, right? To photo cameras that came way after 1839. Of course, we don't have all the pictures. Of course, and many of these people are already classified as so-called Negro, mulatto, as we just saw. Mulatto, black. So a lot of them are not going to be represented as so-called Indians by the 1800s.
Wasn't there didn't they destroy a lot of the records in the 1800s?
They'll destroy a lot of the records, period.
You have to go case by case with that, because you can't generalize like that, because a lot of the same Pan-Africans, and I'm gonna say it, a lot of the so-called aboriginals in this community will tell you, and it's a lie, because I do genealogy 3 times a week, all the records are destroyed. It's impossible. It's hard. You're never gonna find out. And I'm talking about prominent people in this community that people watch, that watch me and then they go watch them. They're not, I don't know. I don't understand. It's to each his preference. But it's like, what are you coming here just for entertainment? You're not picking up what I'm saying. Then you're going back over there and getting more poison in your head, more hate, more prejudices build up. Right? And then you believe that person so much, and he's telling you, well, it's impossible. You're not even going to try to do your genealogy now, because now you're saying all the records got destroyed. Well, that's not true in every case. Trust me, man.
Like, I watch a lot of you, a lot of Lex, and a lot of Dane, and the thing is, I tell people I'm just in it for the information. Right. That's how I am. At the end of the day, a person who is good and who is bad ultimately depends on how they treat each other. For me, it's like we all have our flaws. We all have our good parts and our bad parts. There's people who are damaged inside and need healing and time, and then there are people who are further along. For me, it's like when it comes to the whole so-called hate or whatnot. And when it comes to skin tone and whatnot, I try to stay away from that. I tell people, hey, if you're kind to me, I'm going to be kind to you. If you're nasty to me, I'm going to be nasty to you. That's just how I handle things. And as you know, it's like treat others the way you want to be treated. I ended up going to one of those so-called churches, right? You know, congregation, and I ended up getting into a fist fight with someone because they ended up punching me because, well, they were, you know, asses, donkeys. So I ended up dealing it back to them, and I had a bunch of people come up to me and say, "Oh, why
What'd you
did
say?
you do that? Treat others the way you want to be."
Hey,
Treat others the way you want to be
disrespect will
treated.
not be tolerated.
Exactly. So I said to them, I was like, well, that's how we wanted to be treated. And I was like, and he said, well, they said, well, do two wrongs make a right? I said, no. And then, you know, they tried to interrupt. I said, actually, let me finish. I said, it makes it equal. I was like, if you don't want to be punched or hit, then you don't go do it to someone else. If you want to be loved, then you're going to love other people. Yeah. And they all were quiet because, hey, that's how it is.
That you know, that happens a lot. I wanted to. You did ask about destroying. Sheena was right. Supposedly, you know, I you know, we'll go with it. We'll go with the narrative. And yeah, I haven't found any 1890 census. So, you know, the story is that the 1890 census was burned down. I just find it really hard to believe that all the census were in one place. Out of the whole country, every state's census from 1890 was in one place. There has no copies anywhere.
Bro, I'm gonna just support what you're saying, bro. If you really put a microscope to certain things, you know what I'm saying, in the history of so-called history, shit don't make no sense, bro. I mean, it does to a certain degree. When you trying to, you know, match it up, it'll make all the fucking sense. But then again, you know, when you dealing with a realist, you know, not no motherfucker trying to, you know, persuade, manipulate all the tools, you know, that certain people use, you know, like I'm trying to tell you, man, certain people know what I'm talking about. And for those who don't, you don't. If you do, you do. But like I mentioned earlier, truth is truth, bro. It's hard to really you can't go back and forth with truth. You could go back and forth with facts, but truth is a whole nother something. See, and when it come down to whatever the topic may be, even at what you bring, you know, the host of this platform, you know, it all goes down to overall what the truth is. And for me to say that, I only say that on certain levels because I'm not a guy who, you know, I don't have I can't show you a doctorate degree. I can't show you a lot of accolades or certain things people might want to throw out there to say, hey, look what I done did to certify me and this and that. But I mean, if this audio video thing working like it's working, I think I'm live right now. So the thing that's inside of this skull right here, you feel me? Hitting on what's on one level, my forehead, I could say. But if you know the anatomy of the human body, which a lot of people don't, folk don't even know their own body that they in. They can't tell you the things that make up their skin, the largest organ of your whole body. Your skin is an actual organ. Folk can't tell you how many bones in their spine. See, it's a lot of different things that they can't tell you the longest bone in their body. Your femur, thigh bone. It's different things that if you really a master of life, you a master of yourself. See, folk ain't got to tell you certain things. But if it's meant for you to understand or you won't get it, that's exactly why they going as deep as they going, and they maybe not exaggerating, but they just giving you all the information that you need. So when it comes to why a brother like you hosted this show, why you ain't posting pictures of everybody with kinky hair? Guess what? If you look at life, everybody ain't got kinky motherfucking hair. You got some folk who got the kinks. You got some folk got the straight. You can look at me. I'm dreaded up too. But if you look at how my hair actually grow, man, listen, if I had 30 women and I slept with them in the next 30 days, I promise you, because as men, we produce sperm all the time. I could lay a baby in the next 30 days and be straight. All my kids gonna look different. Every last one on. They gonna have a feature that's dominant for me, but they gonna look different. If I had 30 different women that I laid with, that's just a
true.
fact and the truth.
Didn't
That's
that
just how
happen
it
a
goes.
lot more back then too, anyways?
Right.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We got D Wolf in the chat.
Go ahead, bro.
144,000.
Do your thing.
I
It's
see.
your shit, bro.
He says, "I see what's going on here," and he's a little mad. So I want to. Can you emphasize? You can join D Wolf. The link. Just scroll up the chat if you'd like to tell us what you're mad about.
Hell yeah.
You know, you can join.
Could join, bro.
All right. Again,
There's one thing I appreciate about you, bro, cause honestly, I've been following you for a minute, bro. I'm in North Florida right now. I'm natural bred from South Florida, bro. So, you know, the thing about me is, you know, folk know about Miami, Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, that area, South Florida, the southeast side of Florida. You know, not only do we got shit, but Bermuda Triangle right there. Hell, we got, man, you got everybody from the island. That's a very cultural area right there. So when people really understand, you know, what life is, when I was speaking about experiences earlier, you're going to experience things a lot different when you really got a lot of the word culture. See how we got to put a word to say how people just is? You is what you is. If you like spicy food, you like spicy food. If all you want is vegetables and fruits, guess what? That's what your taste buds like. But guess what? If a person understands all aspects of life, they gonna understand it's fish, it's flesh, you got animals, you got fruits, vegetables, it's all types of things you can eat. Beans, lentils, everything. When you understand what life has to bring to you and has provided for you, all that there is, your mind gonna be on a whole nother motherfucking level. You ain't just looking for the first drive-through you can find. You'll find a goddamn tree to climb right quick just to pluck you a little grapefruit from and eat that shit and be keeping it moving, cause it ain't that hard. Why I need to look for my pocket? Anybody got $2? I need 50 cents. What the fuck for? Fruit grow on trees, vegetables grow, period.
You be considered in dandelions.
Yeah, that too. I'm saying, and pine tree tea. Look, listen. I could go there with you now. It's toe for toe, blow for blow, and I'm coming with haymaker. If folk tripping by pine trees, the shit around, everything around us is supposed to be used from. We're supposed to experience life for what it is. But see, when you got too many distractions out here, and when you got too much of the wrong thing trying to govern you, fuck a government. Nah, I want to say that the right way. This ain't my platform. But understand what's need to be understood. Don't put no cart before no horse, and don't put your shoe on before you put your sock on, if that makes sense.
Okay. I see the name going around in the chat, so I just wanted to, thanks for reminding me, guys, in the chat. So this image, have you guys ever seen this? You guys ever seen this image right here?
Well, hold on, let me look. Let me check you out. What's up? Yeah, look like one of my ex-aunt grandmas or something. Bro.
Oh.
She a beauty. She, whoever she is.
So like, you know, most people would call her a Mongol. Right?
You call it what you want. I call it beauty. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I happen to colorize it. I know you guys see the name on it, right?
She looks like one of my friends I know.
Dan Calloway.
Called so-called black or mixed. She has the eyes and the look and the nose. It's interesting.
What about Dan Calloway, bro?
Well, okay. So this is his, right? So he showed me this about 4 years ago. Here's the conversation. And I was like, wow, man, boom, that looks like my mom's and my aunt's. Like, she has little features and stuff, man. She looked like my aunt,
Yeah.
you know? And, you know, he told me, man, we're going to kill this Mongol thing. We're going to do a life together. And, and we're going to, you know, address this. And, you know, I waited, and it never happened. He's never really shown anybody. You know, he supports people that would say this is a Mongol. Yeah, he supports people that would say all Indians look like me, not like her. And when I say me, I mean
straight hair.
Yeah, it's straight hair, very dark, big fat nose, as she was saying. She told me big thick lips. She told me she don't look like me. She's not. Real Indians look like me. And I'm talking about his best friend, Sister Betty. So, you know, it's for me, it's just weird. For me, it's just weird that you're showing me this, but you're not showing it to her when she's, you know, she's contradicting what you're showing me, man. This is your third great grandma, as you can see here. Third great grandma. How come you never shown this to anybody, brother? So he had the audacity to go on a live with her a couple years back or last year, I can't remember, and just, you know, slander me and, you know, talk bad about me. I never told anybody, and I didn't make a big fuzz about it. But, you know, a lot of people keep asking me, why don't you hook up with Dane? Why don't you hook up with Dane? And I'm like, well, we did try. We were talking, and all of a sudden 6 months did go by, no responses on Instagram, and then he's on the live with her, his #1 Patreon. She said it herself. I'm his #1 Patreon. He told us many times, you know, bagging her up to talk bad about me. I let it go. I didn't care, you know. I just wanted to show you guys, since he hasn't, and we never did the build we were supposed to.
I would say, bro, don't even trip on that, dog, because
no, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
I've tapped into Dane, bro, and
I'm
Dane,
not tripping.
Before I stumbled upon you, I stumbled on Dane, and Dane, bro, Dane comes scripted as he comes scripted, bro.
Well, Dane, you know, I'm not talking about any of that. I just want to show you guys. This is his third great grandma.
But the difference,
okay, this is third great grandma. Period. He got nothing to say to me, or anybody that follows him. Talking about Dane Calloway shows the real pictures. Kurimeo. Dane's more like us. Kurimeo. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll move on. So
I peep what you're saying. I'll say that because I know I'm with, you know, homie in Texas. Like he say, you know, that ain't really nothing to even flex on. However, for you to bring it up, at the end of the day, real shit, I see exactly what you're saying, Kurimeo. Like, I'm just saying, I peep because, like you say, I don't know the backstory to even that whole relation, but on the outside looking in, I'm like, I'm saying the same thing, but that make a lot of sense though. That does. And
well, we're gonna move on with Dan. I just wanted to show that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show that, you know, people say I don't show.
Yeah.
I don't show the Negro. You saw the comments earlier, so I just want to show. Well, tell Dane to show his 3X grandma. You know, that's your hero. Okay, so this comment.
Put a little bit of sweetness in it. To put a little bit of sweetness in it. Not at the end of the day, you guys, you Dane, Lex, and everyone bring excellent content at the end of the day when it's all done is said, in my opinion. So
yeah, no worries. So there's another comment I got today. I think these are like very ignorant comments. Like, I don't know what's your point of making comments like this. A lot of people mad at the Jesus stuff video, so I wanted to add some comments here from it. First of all, a lot of people that need to hear this will never hear this, guys. That's the unfortunate part, because they don't watch my videos. They just base it on what they believe of me or what they hear from other people or the title or the thumbnail, right? So she says, is this for people who believe or people who have knowledge that all religions are man-made, really don't have time to waste? Like, why are you even here then? Don't waste your time. Bounce. Go watch Netflix, you know? Next. All right. It says, who is this European? I believe in God, not Jesus anyway. All right. Again, you stuck on the thumbnail. This ain't about complexion or religions. We know who the ancients were. Duh. All right. Just want to address everybody that keeps addressing the thumbnails. We ain't talking about the thumbnails. You got stuck on the thumbnail. You didn't watch the video. So Jesus is not the Son. Watch part 1 and 2, cracking seals and lifting veils. And I put, man, that was so boring. Like, this person gave me a Pan-African video. And one of there's master teachers. I don't know if it was Diop or one of them. I forget. There's a link if you guys want to go check it out, pause it and all that. But it was so boring. I tried to watch it. I tried to watch at least 10, 15, 20 minutes. And it's got, like, I didn't see one. It's just people talking.
Did they talk about the whole millions of Africans coming over and whatnot?
Of course, the Pan-Africans.
They didn't tell, let me guess, they didn't tell what type of tribes it was, how many so-called pale men went over there and, you know, did what they did, not what regime went over there and whatnot. And they didn't explain the medical science behind it of how long can you survive without water.
I didn't stick around. I didn't stick around for all that. I was trying to see if I saw a source, and I didn't find a source anywhere. And it's like a 2 hour. I'm not sitting through that, man. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, you're still sending me stuff from the 90s and 80s. VCR record. You're sending me VCR recordings from the 80s and 90s and all that, and you know, I just can't. All right, I just can't.
Yeah, I'm a heavy car enthusiast and vehicle enthusiast in general. I draw a lot of the mess and like to do a lot of concept vehicles, and can tell you, even those big old metal tankers, you can find many videos of those going down and flipping over. So there's that. I was like, how come they haven't taken any wooden ship over like that and packed thousands and thousands of African believers in there and try to sell that mess without an engine? I'd love to see that. I would pay $20 to see that. I would pay. Make sure you have the Coast Guard on standby because there's going to be a lot of bodies in the water.
I have this comment right here. It says here, the blacks. This is from my the Pilgrims and the crypto Puritans, you know, the historical Pilgrims. And he says the blacks had to come from Africa to start with, even if it was thousands of years ago. The northern tribes of Israel came from Israel, which is Africa. In the 8th century BC, Assyrian captivity and the Phoenician Canaanites came over on ships thousands of years ago. There's Egyptian artifacts in America. Those are all Africans, right? So he's an expert in, you know, Ivan Ben Sardama. He's an expert in Diop. He's an expert in all these people who never showed him one source for that. This is what I'm trying to explain to anybody listening right now that says the exact same thing. Yeah, Kurimeo, you're showing us black Europeans, but still, they all came from Africa. You're guessing, you're making up stuff. It's all conjecture. You cannot prove that. We know people of color were all over the world, all over the plane. And actually, a lot of those tribes in Africa today will tell you they're not originally from there. Go to the actual chiefs. Don't to some random person in Africa. Go to the tribal people. They'll tell you their history has a long history in the migration history. All right. So
that's real spit too. Like, yeah. And not to cut you off, bro, but I had the pleasure to meet Runoko Rashidi. You familiar with him?
No.
Okay, he's a brother. He's deceased now. God bless the dead. But what you saying, like, I'm not, like I said, not to cut you off, but it's just to add to what you saying. A dude like him, I met him, and like this was years ago. But he was on the same vibration, the same energy as in regards to, you know, letting it be known that certain things ain't what you think it is. Don't go with the agenda. Go with the obvious. Go with what can be truly understood. You know what I'm saying? Through like logical sense. Like, let's make sense of this shit. And he was like, if you ever get a chance, I'm not gonna, you know, try to promote, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Just Runoko Rashidi, if you get a chance in your personal time, see what that elder was on, because he another person I met prior to you and other cats let me know, like, bro, this ain't nothing you just thinking about in your own head. This, you know, this you got a stolen legacy, pretty much.
All right, I'll definitely look into it. So we got no more chances in the chat. He says, if Jesus was here now, most of us would get cussed out as cowards, according to no more chances. So he's taking the whole Jesus thing a little personal and stuff, you know. That's just what I'm. So it's a good thing that he's here, so we can have a great example. And I'm glad some of them are here to listen. You know, first of all, the video I made has nothing to do with the real, actual, living person that they allegorically made into a super naga, as Kondrop says in the New Testament. Superman. It's like a super. No, you know, the video had nothing to do with that. The video had nothing to do with that. You missed the whole point of the video. You missed the whole point of the video, man. And now you're over here giving more opinions of, you know, and then he says, all over Western Africa, huge craters. So he's into the whole African thing, you know, most like, are you Pan-African, brother? No more chance or sister? All right, so let's see what the next comment says. All right, so I thought this one was very kind of like, I get this a lot. Like people swear I prefer or I favor certain nationalities or something like that. He said, this might be a bit off topic, but I saw where you had posted your response to someone asking you a question about it. I guess acknowledgement of the raw blackness, if you will, and the raw blackness, black. I saw it for a brief second and was going to respond to it, but before I could guess it was taken down, but my spirit would not let it. Was not taken down. It's still there. You just weren't brave enough to leave a comment on the community chat, because the community would have came at you. I found it a bit offensive because in the same breath you took to call the person black supremacist. I wonder if you would say that to an Afro Mexican, right, Chinaman ninja, because she wants equal representation of being an Afro she person, whatever that means to him. We as black, right? He's talking for all you guys, all right? We as black, and he's calling you guys black crayon colors, always feel the need to want to be validated by others, claiming every bit of mixed blood we can find. But on the other side, the others will spend their whole existence denying that one drop of ninja blood, if you will. The prejudice of being too dark Indian or too dark Mexican or too dark Chinese is seen as almost repulsed to the other race. Then they will take the word melanated and separate themselves, calling themselves brown people, but will never ever give the true royal blackness his flowers. I guess Anubis or other gods in the ancient science were stuck in Pan-African mindset. Maybe he was supposed to be a portrait of an Arab ninja or something. All right. So the point is, what I want to say is, if you come with respect, I respect you. If you come with some hijack and some pseudo comments, I'm going to try to correct you, and I'm going to be respectful about it. If you continue to be a troll, you're going to be put on blast. I wasn't born yesterday. I know when people are being subliminal, and I don't favor anybody. All right. Any nationality can get it. Whatever you call a meshy China or a meshy Afro, whatever that means. Any of those people can get it. White people can get it. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. If they come with respect, then I will respect them. If they come with some hijack, you know, they're gonna get a response. That's how I am. You know. So that thing about I preference or I don't talk to people, no, that's just you, man. You know, that's, and this person represents a lot of people. This person represents a lot of people. So just again, I'm using these people as examples, not them personally. All right, and you know, this is all day. I can pick so many comments. For that. You know why you ain't wrong for that? Cause goddamn the U.S. Business. So-called government do that with a lot of people too. The judicial system do that all over the world. They make examples out of people. So for you to make an example out of a certain energy in regards to what you're, you know what I'm saying, handling on your end, hey bro, you got to do what you got to do. Because once again, ain't nothing wrong with that. Self-master, master man. So yeah, you know, I appreciate that, man. And again, it's all love, bro. It's all love. People had a lot of, I put up a picture of white Jesus. They go crazy, and the point was not about the image. And again, people get stuck on the thumbnail. There was never a caveman called Jesus. There's not now, nor will never be. What Jesus? Like, who are you talking about? Jesus, or who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? And then we got Jesus is not white, dude, from Europe. He's black. No one's talking about a person, dude. Why don't you watch the video next time and stop worrying about the thumbnail? No one talking about anyone's complexion, and you way off topic. And Jesus is not the same as Khan Joshua. It's a coach, not the same. All right, you stuck on the thumbnail.
Oh my God.
What's interesting is Yah actually means defiance. I don't know
Yeah.
if etymology means that. We
you're
don't
right.
know what way means.
I'm gonna show people. They don't. I'm gonna show you. You're right. I know that.
the way of defiance.
I'm gonna show people right now. There you go. So check this out.
Oh my goodness.
See, if you speak Spanish, you would know that. Because we say, well, in Costa Rica, we say ya, like stop, ya.
Stop. That means stop. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So exclamation of defiance, exclamations of defiance or dismissal.
Oh my God.
Ah,
Like, that means no.
Not gonna lie, the first person I learned that from was actually Lex. He does bring a lot of good info. I do watch the dude a lot. As much as I watch you guys, I've been to watch you guys on on a lot of my work days. Slight change of topic. I've been kind of itching to ask you guys this.
Did you watch the videos where he's talking, smack about me? Like he did like 20 of them.
Yeah, I did. At the end of the day, it is what it is. That's how I don't like to get involved with that stuff. At the end of the day, it will be worked out.
That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to the day where you have to, someday it comes to the point where the neutrality is not going to work.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
and as it comes to the day, it becomes you got to be real. All right. Yeah. Now, when somebody says, I hope you get struck down by lightning and you die, I'm going to pray that strikes you lightning. That's evilness, man. That's evilness. Somebody's going towards somebody's personality and looking at his image and is going to his personal website and showing, my dad's info and all this stuff. And then you're talking about foreigners and Europeans when you half white. Yes or no, Lewis? Is he half white or not?
White.
Did you know one of his parents is white, and he's married to a so-called white person, and then all he does is talk about white people?
But I mean it. I don't really. That's.
Hey, you brought him up, so we're gonna talk about him. You brought him up.
I get I get what you're saying, but my thing is, it's like I don't pay attention to that stuff like that. You know what I mean? For me, I prefer to stay out of the whole racial thing in general. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I understand from a historical perspective, we've all been hurt and lied to, and I don't know. It's like at the end of the day, from all of us, like, what does fighting over this stuff really accomplish?
Hey, Anthony. I'm going to address Anthony Caulfield. You are both your parents. And not just your dad, not just your mom. You're both your parents. So if you want to sugarcoat it, that's fine. So he only acknowledges his black side, huh? Okay, so he's black because only his black side. I have no white people. I haven't found any white people in my genealogy. So who's more white?
To me, I'm
not really asking you, Lewis. Okay, I'm making a point. Gotcha. All right. So we can argue you are what your mother is, you are what your father is. It doesn't matter. You're half this, dude. You're talking about your own mom or your own dad, whichever it is, and your own wife and your own kids, man. You got issues, man. You're always mad. You're always smoking. You're always mad. You're always talking bad about people. That's very negative, and that influences you, man. Trust me. Even though say you don't pay attention, that affects your soul. Listening to these people spreading poison, man, and hate. And I guess, listen, I understand. It's entertaining, man. He's funny as shit. He was funny as shit when he wasn't talking about me. He's funny as shit. I crack up when he's talking about people.
I guess at the end of the day, it's just different walks of life.
At the end of the day, be careful what you're listening to. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm being real with you,
I get
man.
what you're saying. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, I do
all that
understand
all that knowledge cancels out with all that hate. It becomes more of a fool than a scholar, than an intelligent guy, than a wise guy, than a holy guy that he portrays himself to be.
But that it's all individual too. Like my thing is like there's people who could look past certain things, and then there's people who can't. My thing is it's like I could look past all that stuff. I could ignore like all the fighting and all the bickering and just focus on, this is just me. I'm just speaking for myself. If it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's depending on who you are, there's people who can just brush it off and say, I'm just in it for the information, or there's people who can't. So that's how I'm just telling you how I look at it. I look at it as, okay, I can just ignore that part, but still absorb and still, focus on the knowledge. And then there's just people who can't,
Hey, you brought him up, so hey, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say because we don't promote that guy here.
Okay, I watch all.
I don't even want to hear that name here, man.
Okay.
I'm being real with you.
Man.
I'm being real with you, man. That guy is evil.
Like
that's a devil right there to me. That's an adversary to me. That's a devil to me, man. Take it how you want. Take it how you want, man. Take it how you want.
Okay. I like all you guys. It hasn't changed. I'm sorry.
And don't worry. If Most High puts us, in my path, it's not gonna be pretty. But
I like all you guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, man. I don't. Do you think he likes you?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't get him upset. Don't leave a comment he don't like.
I know.
You think I lash out on people?
No, I have lashed out on people. I used to be a whole lot worse.
So we don't promote that dude, that whatever he is here. We don't do that. Nothing. I mean, I learned, I gave him my props when I was following, showed mad love. Before I knew the spirit, right? When I got tracked to the info, I was like, wow, man. And, other brothers who were bringing me onto the channel too, like dropping everybody. And, disrespectful, man, towards everybody, man. Very, I don't know if it's mental stuff or issues, but that's, that's personal shit. All right, leave him be. I don't talk about him. I don't make videos about him. I could do so many, I'm just telling you because you brought him up.
Bro, cause both of y'all guys, I know who you talking about. I had stepped away for a second, you know what I'm saying? But I already know what y'all talking about. And I'm gonna just put it like this, bro. I only because, like I say, I'm familiar with where the discussion is right now. So all I can say to that, bro, is you right for everything you saying, bro, in your world. And Dane, he do his thing, and for you to say what you saying, and out of all respect, that is how you feel, bro. So can't nobody come against that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you feel about it. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the facts and truth of life, it's much greater than anybody can put on it, because that's what we all, that's what the whole creation and what both of y'all and everybody in the seek of, and what y'all created y'all platforms for. Y'all was on a mission. So like you say, he done did certain things and said certain shit to rub you a certain way for whatever. I don't know. He ain't here to speak for himself, and out of respect, I'm not speaking for him, but I'm just saying, bro.
All you gotta do is go to his channel, and he spoke himself right there. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
He's very open to what he feels. All right, so I mean, I'm not lying about anything, and everybody knows how many videos he's done about me and stuff. So,
when it comes to you, not to cut y'all, bro. One love, bro. Hey, Diggy 1D, man. Listen, it's one love for real, bro. I keep a good good side of my ear to you, bro, because I love some of the energy you bring, bro, and some of the research and due diligence you put in, man, for real. It help a guy like me out who don't necessarily, I'm a working man. I don't always have the time to get into the libraries and hit the keypad like that, like y'all brothers do, but I promise you, bro, for a brother like me, man, hey, I appreciate the work you put in, bro. Once again, I only push the Diggy 1D because honestly, I got a whole nother something I'm working on myself. I'm not trying to promote it. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, getting my confidence right on this whole social media thing, bro. Cause hey man, I might be reaching out to you on a personal level just to say, hey, let's do something. Cause you know, who knows? But like I say, I'm definitely on the boss end of this thing. I'm just under construction with it right now, man.
Yeah.
But I promise you, bro, I appreciate all the work you put in, bro, for real.
I appreciate it. And I'm just glad it's of value to you. That's all that matters, man. I'm just glad people are picking it up.
Don't
and
stop,
you know,
bro.
I just want to say, since we're talking about, you know, this topic, I'm not here to compete with anybody. So this is the thing. People get caught up in this. Oh, I showed this first. I talked about this first. I showed this first. Where's my credit? And I know more than you, and I know more than him, and all this stuff. So see, people be on that competition. Yeah. Yeah, and how come you didn't acknowledge me? I was the first one that said this, you know. But moving on. I just want to say, like, again, I don't know it all. I don't know it all. Stop trying to pretend I'm saying that. I'm not. I never said that. I've never said that, and that's why I try to show sources for what I believe in. If I believe in something, I'm gonna try to prove it, and I'm gonna try to show you why I believe in it.
Hey, I've been kind of itching to ask.
That's real, man. That's real shit, man.
I've been kind of itching to ask you guys.
Hey, what?
Sorry.
Go ahead. Who hasn't spoken? Go ahead, man.
Because I'm super. Also, I'm super into like the whole geology and stuff. This is something I was thinking about, right? Because you know how they said that the I guess all the land used to be once together, right? And I was thinking about how the heck did it go, right? And then I was thinking about the whole flood thing, right? You could see it through a lot of the land masses, especially the Grand Canyon that carved out and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, if there was indeed a great flood, all the water had to pull somewhere, and then I get the picture of the ocean. And then I think about it, wait a minute, they said the ocean, the old map showed that there was no ocean. And then I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Pangea is actually flooded because you actually remove the ocean, you got Pangea.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the waters just went up. The waters just went up. I do want to say sign up since you brought up Pangea. Thanks. So as a last resort, many Pan-Africans who cannot debunk anything I'm showing or could prove that they are coming out of Africa, they always use Pangea as a last resort, saying, well, you know, the land was always connected. So, you know, at one point we were together, or we were there still. Or that's still the original place because the land was together. We just walked over. So that's conjecture. And I'm not saying Pangea didn't exist. What I'm saying is, what if civilization started on the side of Pangea where America is? Why are you still saying, why are you still saying it started on the African side of Pangea? You're still saying it's on that side. When all the stuff we're reading, geology, right? You just mentioned it. Louis Agassiz, where's the oldest land that came out of the water? Let's see. Pop quiz. There you go. Laurentian Mountains, Canada. There you go. Yeah.
Sorry.
Laurentian Mountains in the Canada, right?
North
Same
America,
mountains.
right.
Yeah, land, oldest land. So when you talk about Pangea, then okay, well, the oldest land is here. Then we got mammals, right? Where's the oldest mammals come out of? It's called the Pennsylvania period something. It was in Pennsylvania right there. We had cats, all the mammals, you know, camels, dogs, reptiles, man. Like, you know, eventually, if you're still talking about only one side of the earth as the origin, you're still stuck on that. Now you're using Pangea as your last resort.
But you know what's crazy though, dude? What's so crazy is that like what you're saying is like actually like very, 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 very like it's like, bro, it's hard to find a word to put to it because on one level, when you look at certain current times, look at not even Africa, but look at East, like Far East, China, and like if you understand what they're going through based on their soil and how they're paying North America's like government pretty much for their soil, our soil over here in our land because of the nutritional value based on what they have over there out east, they can't grow crops. That's why a lot of the stuff that they have is so chemically based and it's so, they're making cabbage out of liquids and shit like that. Like this, if you look at videos, like certain stuff they doing over there, you're like, what the fuck is like, what? Huh? They creative, they innovative. We can put all kind of vocabulary to it, but it ain't natural. It ain't the way that it's supposed to be. They just figured out ways to make it happen. So when you also understand that based on a dirt level, dirt is dirt, soil is soil, but when you look at how other areas are based on everywhere else, the Sudan dirt isn't like America's dirt. You look at all that dirt in India and all the deserts, that sand isn't like the sand on the beaches. The nutritional value, the nutrients, and what manifests from that and what you can actually do with it, the deeper you go and all this and that is so different. There's a difference in quality. So once again, what you saying makes a whole heap of sense if people just take time and actually stop trying to think. You know what I'm saying? And realize what the real lies. It's very
Hey, right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not an agriculture.
To exist.
I say, you feel me? Come on, man.
I am. You gotta just exist sometimes. Just chill. Just chill and listen. Exist, man. Exist. Hey,
man.
Hey,
I have always wondered too.
Hold on one second. We got what you wanted to say, AJ?
I don't have much to say. Soon I'll just change the discussion.
No, don't worry. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Well then, I've seen homeboy. What's his name? Real quick. I lost him right here. He had mentioned something about women don't produce seed or something like that. I stumbled upon a thought this week, man, and so we all know that we come from women, and with some lures I've stumbled upon was that word that women produced children on their own at one point, and they would only produce women, and for that reason there's an outstanding amount of women in comparison to men. So apparently the old rule goes like 7-1, something like that. So
don't doubt it, man. Most High does what he needs to do. And
so like if the woman was first, then the story's kind of contradicting too. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the woman I'm pretty sure needed some sorts of entertainment or something like that, and then that's when men comes in the picture too. I don't know, bro, but something like that was according to what this fool wrote in the comments. Mm-hmm. That's something I can kind of relate to that I thought of this past week, man, and it does resonate pretty strong, man. It might be sketchy, I don't know, straight up, I don't know, bro, but if we compare hints that we've been seasoned. Mm-hmm. Then that of its own is kind of almost revealing that maybe man is the hybrid, but woman was its own natural entity. I have no idea, bro. Straight up.
Hey, you may be right. It's something I can't really prove, so it's things I don't really talk about, but you may be right, man. And I'm sure there's a lot of women out there would agree with you. A lot of people would too. And so something interesting. I think I know what you're talking about though, like what you were saying earlier, like they scientifically somebody was doing that research, and I think I have come across of it. And maybe if it comes to the point where it's just women, they can still start self-producing. Why not?
Because like if you think of a universe, it's one entity, it's one thing. So like I don't know. Them beings, I don't know. They just kind of reproduce themselves naturally. I don't know. And then
mama, we're from mama. Like Earth is, mama. She produced us, right? We mama. We from mama.
Cause like if you think like men are pretty destructive, man, for real. Like for the most part, you gotta watch out for a man before you watch out for a female, bro. Straight up. And there's more of them than there is of us. You know what I'm saying?
So we go into, I guess, we gotta start going into the metaphysical, and we're talking about the left brain and the right brain, and what the male brain, the females they call it. And yeah, you know, you see the traits and what the female side of the brain is love, you know, or artistic stuff, and then the other side is like all material, physical, you know. So I get what you're saying.
That's real though. He ain't lying.
Yeah. I wanted to go ahead and comment on this thing I got up. So the guy said we tend to honestly, I can't prove it yet, but based on what I'm researching, before 1800s, all I'm starting to see is like a lot of colored people, man, all over the world, especially in the Americas and Europe. So what I'm trying to say is I believe we're given pale skin, not white people or Caucasian, because I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I've seen the book where they showed the black, or books from the 1800s showing a picture of a Caucasian. He's straight up black with nappy hair, so-called black, right? The features people want to see that would consider a so-called Negro. And I've seen that, and I know that there was black Caucasians. So I believe we give pale skin, not people, but a pale skin, too long of a history. So like this guy says, Caucasians have only been in existence on this planet for 20 to 30,000 years. I don't know where he got that from. You know, I've never been, if you can prove that, I would love to see a source for that. Where the Black Moses story begins and connects with less melanated people, and researchers like yourself will never flow why. So, so he's all knowing. Robert Picari, he's all knowing, and he has this whole research of how long so-called Caucasians, he's calling white people, been here. But the original Caucasians, a lot of them were black. Europe, what we're about to find out, I don't think we're so behind in the research, actually. From what I'm learning on my own, because a lot of the videos that I do are kind of late. I'll learn something and I won't bring out a video till like a year later, because I have to really understand what I'm saying, and I have to really show some kind of source for it. So I don't just rush into things, but what I'm starting to conclude is very deep, and something happened in the 1800s. That's all I'm saying, where pale skin it just spread. All right. And that happened to many nations. So,
you know what? You just reminded me of this book I have. If I go into my little library, I could pull it out. The author name is Michael B. Bradley, I think, and it's called the Iceman Inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
And it speaks of something like that. He's a white man, white author, but he's speaking of his people, and it's not in no superior way like he's talking over. He's actually trying to let people understand like where we just came from on a very intellectual, like, there's a book I got, bro. I promise if I had time, I'd pull it out of somewhere. In my personal time, I guess I'll take some pictures and try to send it to you to help you talk about, support what you're talking about. Cause I was on a journey once upon a time, bro. It was about 6-7 years ago. But trust me, I got my own library. I got all kind of artifacts and stuff too, because I was really bumping shoulders and really on some shit, bro. Like for real. And it just, this other shit happened, and I just got on my street shit, music shit, other shit, and left that. The thing that you doing, I kind of left that alone. But I still got my dictionary. I still got all my books. You don't lose certain things if you don't lose your tools. Let me put it like that. Mm-hmm. You don't lose your tools. So you might, your skills, you might fall off on certain skills. Like if you know about chops, talking about chops is like, if you know about, percussionists or being a snare, dealing with drums and stuff, your chops is your ability to do your cadences and all your different things, you know what I'm saying, when it just come to playing with your wrist and your hands. But shoot, but guess what? You can always build your chops. You'll never lose it. Just like riding a bike. You might not ride for 20, 30 years, but guess what? Once you get on one, You're gonna start to get your skills back. So, you know, when it comes to just certain shit, you'll never lose that ability. But go ahead, take it over.
Hey, man, thanks for your insight on things, man. That's why I wanted people on, to give their insight. I have this comment here. So he puts on a video here first, and it says an extremely interesting video by a Muslim Hebrew brother about the true name of America, according to the African spiritual masters who know the secrets of the world and history. Much knowledge can be gained from studying them. Like, it seems a little rude what I put there, but if you guys go see the video, you're gonna say the same. I'm telling you, especially if you've been watching me for a while. So it was a video about Diop and everybody. It was old, and again, I sat through a lot of it. I didn't see one source, just talking and talking and talking and talking. So this guy knows the spiritual master. He's a spiritual African master, right? He knows the secrets of the universe and world history and everything. He knows why we have the name America, right? So honestly, we show real sources here in this video. Like, especially the name of America. Like, I showed primary sources, and you still talking, you're sending me a link. This is what I'm saying. So if you're a Pan-African and you're out there listening right now, hey, man, don't waste your time. Don't spam me with these videos. You're going to get the same response from me. That was garbage. That was a garbage video full of opinions, pseudo Pan-African conjecture. Your master showed you no sources for that. He babbled and babbled and babbled, and you just bought everything because it sounded good to you. Because it fits your beliefs, your cultural background, what you were raised by. It felt right to you. It sounded good to you, right? But you obviously did not even watch this video that you're commenting on. We have primary sources telling you and proving that, debunking that. I didn't see anything in that video talking about the name of America, nothing like that, all right? And again, for all you Vespucci, it's not after Vespucci. Watch the video. True origin of the name America. Part 1 and 2. Go watch it. All right. And then we got, let me see. Can you lay off the comedy a little bit? I just want to say, hey, this ain't a stand-up. I mean, I didn't, I'm not trying to be funny, but I try to be funny sometimes, but this ain't a stand-up. All right. Don't watch my videos. I don't know what you mean. What a corny comment. Yeah, there you go. The white guy in the thumbnail is confusing. Interesting that natives had a name for Joshua. Jesus. So, first of all, we're not talking about the thumbnail. All right. I think you guys missed the sun in the back, the rays. You guys just kind of missed it. And I didn't draw that. That was on the internet. They know. I didn't do that image. That's how almost every image of Jesus looks. Sun behind him. And I'm talking about this allegorical, Cesare Borgia drawing of the sun. All right. And again, the natives did not have a name for Joshua. That has nothing to do with Quetzalcoatl. They're talking about the sun and the moon. Has nothing to do with a person. You guys are not understanding, and you're talking about a thumbnail. Or well, this guy supposedly watched the video because he's interested. No, they're not talking about a person. It's talking about the sun and the moon. All right. Man. So yeah, I mean, that was just a few of the comments, man. I wanted to talk about. And again, I just want to say, I understand, we all got our insight, we all got our knowledge, cultural background, we all had our teachers, we all, like brother said earlier, some of us went to universities for many years, we got titles, PhDs, and there's always room for you to be humble, though. There's always room for you to learn something new. I'm a student. I'm not a teacher. I'm a master student. I'm not a master teacher. I'm a master student. All right? You guys got to get off the physical. Stop worrying about what I look like when I do my videos. It has nothing to do. Most of my videos it's not about me. So I'm not even sure why you're even bringing that up. Doesn't matter who's giving you the info. Truth has no color. Truth has no nationality. So you're telling me, Kurimeo, why are you reading from the white man's book? Well, actually, this so-called white man, according to you, because you don't even know if this person's a white man, books written in 1600, 1700. You don't even know, according to you. But let's pretend, right? It doesn't matter. This guy's teaching me more than your master teacher been saying for the last 40 years. You say you learned, I've been learning for 40 years. And what have you learned this whole time? How has that helped you? You're still talking about crayon colors. Black power. You know? So I think, you know, people choose, and you know, a lot of people tell me, you know, be easy on them. Don't, you know, I am, man. Trust me. I used to be worse. But this is why I have a channel, because I don't stay quiet. You guys gotta understand that. I'm cool, I'm peace, but there's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. And if it's not here in the YouTube, it's gonna happen in the streets eventually. So all these two-faced, fake people, evil, hateful people, you'll see. They may not be bothering you right now, but when it comes to the real, when shit hits the fan, as they say, we'll see. We'll see if they're gonna have your back. All right. And what I'm trying to say is we got to get past all that. Like, especially if your people was oppressed for so many years, for you to now have this high pedestal, you know, go off ego and put yourself in a high pedestal. And now you want to go at people. Now you want to put people down. Now you want to say who's Indian, who's not, who's more black, who's more white, who's more green, who's more pink. Who knows more knowledge? Who has this? He's just a foreigner. Don't listen to him. He's not blue enough. You're not even blue, Kurimeo. Why are you talking about our blue people? All right? You're not Israelite, Kurimeo. How you a Hebrew? You're light-skinned, Kurimeo. Like, you don't even make sense. You know? Now, I know a lot of people that follow me not into the whole, you know, and I hopefully throughout the years, you guys have seen that it's more than just religion and Bible, what I'm talking about. I'm really literally telling you, you are the book. And when I did that Thanksgiving video, when I'm telling you, if the Indians had this ceremony where they do a harvest feast, they got it from the source. They didn't read no Bible. They didn't read no Bible for them to start practicing it. They got it from the source. They are the people you're reading about in the Bible doing it. And when the people that came and brought that tradition, they read it in the Bible. They didn't have the original source. They weren't over here. All right? You are the book. This ain't about religion. I'm sorry?
Some call it thought.
Yeah. And I just, hey, it's just truth, man. You know, we got to stop also generalizing. All Indians are this, all Indians did this, all Indians did that. You don't know that. You're not from every tribe. Thousands and thousands and thousands of tribes in America. You're not from all of them. You can't talk about what every Indian did and didn't do. All right. And if a Sephardic or Moorish person is coming here in the 1600s and saying, hey, man, these people, man, wait, hold up. They're doing this ceremony. This is what I'm reading in the Bible. Like, hold up. These got to be the Hebrews. Whatever they want to label you, I'm not talking about the word. You guys got to think bigger than that. Hebrew means one from the other side. He who migrated, he beyond the Euphrates, he who went beyond the hidden ones. What's up? You know, so, you know, you're getting stuck on words and religion and your cultural background of what you think that word means. All right. So I know I grew up spiritually. I grew up, you know, well, you know, in my country, Catholic is like number one, you know, and grew up going to my mom bringing me to church and all that. And I rebelled with it. I never really liked going to church and stuff. To me, it was boring, you know, especially the Catholic masses and all that. But I'm glad she did, because I learned about the Creator. Like, at least I got a personal relationship with the Most High, you know. And when I realized, you know, learning all this stuff, It ain't no different than the Great Spirit. We talking about the same thing here. So if you into the Great Spirit, then you into the same thing I'm into, whether you want to believe it or not. All right. And that's kind of like I want to say, I really think we got to start really focusing on love. And people tell you, man, we ain't supposed to unite with everybody. You know, all right, well, that's fine, man. I see more good in people than bad. I'm like that. I have hope. I have hope for humanity. I know there's good people out there, like myself and other people. I know there's people like me out there. So I'm not too worried about what's about to happen. And I know the Great Spirit got our back. We don't need the Great Spirit has always had everything in control. That's you guys don't understand. You know, you just gotta like the brother said earlier, just exist, just chill and give thanks. Look at what your ancestors were doing. Why were they praising the Great Spirit? Thank you for this land. Thank you for this water. Thank you for the animals. Thank you for this. Thank you. It has nothing to do with religion or Bibles. All right. And you cannot tell me that the natives, whatever you want to call Native American Indians, Aborigines, Originals, Indigenous First Nations, whatever you want to call it. You cannot tell me these weren't spiritual people giving honor and praises to the Great Spirit. All right, we're not talking about different things here. Who is Quetzalcoatl? Think about that. Like, you know, there is a deepness to everything, and we don't all got it figured out. And our master teachers, whether they didn't know or they kept the info, they didn't tell us. They didn't tell us like this. So all those 40 years, and you know why I know? Because I was into that. I'll speak for myself. I was a Pan-African. I believed all that, man. I always liked history. I always wanted to know the truth. And, you know, we grew up in a white and black world of views, right? We always thought the white man is evil and the white man did this and the white man did that. And all the blacks were from Africa, so-called blacks. We're talking about crayon colors. And then they all got brought in ships and then they were all slaves. So to me, I was like, wow, that's so unfair that some people got treated like that, but just because of the color or just because they're coming from another place. I just thought that was wrong. And then, you know, when they teach us about all these pyramids and all this ancient civilization, they told us it was all over there. I was like, wow, right? But when I realized all that was closer to home, that's when I really started learning. I had a lot of knowledge before, but now it's just on a different level. Like shout out to Drop Nation and Con Drop. He tells you, I know a lot about a little, and I know a little about a lot. That's how I feel. All right. And, you know, again, you don't have to believe anything I say. Just verify it. You know, you're right. You have your right to your opinions, but you need to understand that that's your opinions that you can't even prove. And then when I ask you to show me a source or who told you that, you send me these old ass videos or you have no sources and you just say, I know, because I'm the ancient one. I'm the ancient one. I'm like, all right, man, be the ancient one, man. If it helps you sleep at night, you know, just go ahead. It's fine, man. You know, but you're not debunking anything. Give me your opinions. Let's get specific. What minute of the video, what information did you not agree with? What are you talking? Do you have something that you can correct me? I'm willing to be correct. And I can be corrected. I want to keep learning. I don't want to sound dumb in the video and be like, yo, Kurimeo, I don't even know what he's talking about, man. Like, look, he's talking about this and he's mixing this up, which I've done because this is a journey. Been here 4 or 5 years now. I'm not thinking the same way when I first started my YouTube channel. I got, you know, a lot of things have changed, even with myself. So for you to say you got it all figured out and then it's like this and like that, man, that's what I said. You know, we don't, man. I'm a master student. I'm not a master teacher. If you have master teachers, well, you stay with them. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Hey, I was just gonna ask, bro. You like, because I don't want to, you know, you over 30?
I'm about to be 40 in a couple of days. Well, on January 7th, that's my birthday.
But see, I wasn't even trying to go there, but shit, I feel you, bro. Like, see, the thing is, bro, you could I'm just put it like this, man. Your intentions are clear, bro. Like a lot of times, you know, you could tell when a person is a real genuine or a humble person and what they present. If it's gonna be detrimental, harmful to you, if it's something you need to put your guard up by. A lot of the stuff you come with, bro, you really do come from the heart with, bro. Like I could tell this something that's like really like you put in the damn time, bro. Like you put in that work that so many people just don't like. I don't know the best word to make that part of what I'm trying to say make sense, but they just don't do it, dog.
I just want, you know, I'm tired of being in the society, and there's a saying says, lack of knowledge will destroy you, right? The lack of knowledge will destroy you.
It's true.
Right? So I think if we had the knowledge, then we can start being humble and start really, you know, seeing others in a different way. And I'm tired of living in this type of society. I told myself that a long time ago. I can go out there guns blazing and go out like Che Guevara and all these people and all that stuff, but that's not gonna work. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing.
Hey, sorry guys, sorry to interrupt. It was a pleasure talking and chatting with you guys. Sorry if I interrupted a little bit too much. My apologies. I get really into these things and they're exciting. My apologies. It was great chatting with you guys. I gotta go. You guys got awesome minds, and thanks for letting me on.
All right, Lewis, man. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for your support, man. I know you've been following me for a while. So
yeah, you bring great information at the end of the day, and yeah, hopefully you can help me with the whole genealogy test. All I have is my birth certificate. I think I explained it a little bit. Anyways,
well, we'll try. No problem. We'll try, man.
All right, man.
All right.
Hey, one love,
right, peace, guys.
One love, Louis. You look like an earth man.
Take care, homeboy.
Dude, I'm down to earth. All right, later, guys.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, bro. Earth man.
Yeah, I was actually in the process about to wrap it up anyways. I didn't even plan to have people on or go this long. I just wanted to talk today. I didn't want to do a video and read. I just wanted to talk today. You know, because I'm not a robot. I'm a human being too. And, you know, yeah, I'm a human. Yeah, I got emotions. Yeah, man. We all got emotions. That's good. Without emotions, we'd be zombies.
It was fun. All right. It's great.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm gonna go and tap out too, though. Even though, you know, shit, I'm really not. But I'm not gonna, you know, prolong any goddamn thing. I appreciate you. I appreciate AJ, Lewis.
Oh, thank you, Biggie.
Everybody, man. All y'all appreciate you tapping in and sharing your time, bro. I'm damn sure gonna get off though. But hey, one love.
One love, man. One love. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys coming through. You know, you guys were brave enough to get on the panel, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Stay in touch, you know, I'm gonna put my email in the thing just in case. All right, and AJ, you know, just hit me up.
Build that Zoom up, Goody.
Huh?
Build up that Zoom every time you go live. Fucking have us all come on here real quick.
Yeah, you know, it's just like I'll set days for this. I was planning to do this more often. It's just, you know, again, I don't like to be like the other people who just talk and just have guests and just talk and talk. Let's get to the info, you know.
You're right.
Let's get to the point. So, you know, I'll definitely set up days for this where I can go live and have the community join. You know, have the family join. That's definitely no problem. So yeah, thanks again for joining. Everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. You know, this wasn't one of those traditional videos, and maybe some of you took it as a rant or something like that, or I'm just trying to address people that I shouldn't, but it's not really about that. Again, I hope you guys saw the positive in it. I did talk my so-called, but that's me. I'm a real person, man.
Hey, talk that shit, man.
Yeah. I'm a real person. Like, there's a time, like Imani Marley said, I'm here to keep the peace, but I'm prepared for war.
Yep. All right, later,
All right.
guys.
All right, Lewis.
All right,
So, peace, Lord.
peace.
Yeah.
Like they say, a warrior in a farm, then a farmer at war too.
Yeah. So AJ, you go back to the Mayas?
I don't even know where I go to, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this though, bro, Cootie. I'm gonna tell you straight, bro. I'm that individual, bro, that don't tap too much into reading shit. That's why once I stumbled upon you, bro, that was pretty dope, man. I was able to resonate with you in 432. And because one time I was driving out from Midland out to Texas, because I was testing concrete up there. I was a concrete technician at one point. And en route, bro, I mean, I had been fasting. My diet consisted of oranges, navel oranges, goddamn, what's that, excuse me, it's not what's that, it would look like an orange, but it's pink.
Grapefruit.
A grapefruit, bro. I eat
Yeah.
grapefruit because it's high in copper too. Dates and high nettle leaf tea, man, and high amounts of nettle leaf tea. And upon my I was making some music, bro, and route, freestyling, do, and I witnessed a dragoon, bro. It was beautiful to see, bro. And they're light beings, bro. And for simplicities, and I would never want to describe it as this, but I will, just to kind of get the flow going. It looks similar to the Wu symbol, though. So it got the wings up to the sides, up in the top and bottom. It's like there's no light beam, but it does have like a dangling sparkle tail, bro. And they exist. They're real. You know what I'm saying? So none of this shit you ever said, bro, it ain't fake, dog. Because I experienced, so like, back to this, I don't read too much shit, dog.
Yeah.
I do a lot of thinking, man. I tap in. So that what you said earlier, that these beings that they refer to in these books, they actually lived it. That's true, man. That's what this is about. So high levels of copper, iron, Sebi method, bro. That's what we do, and that's exactly what it is. And I am proof of it. And if you can't hear it in my voice, dog, then keep an open ear, for real.
Whenever you want to do builds like that, you can be a special guest, and we can do specific builds and things like that. So just let me know, so everybody can know and learn and see how you do it, and help others, do the same with, whatever knowledge you have on things. Just let me know, man. I just want to address JJ, because JJ was in the, if you guys don't know, JJ was actually in the Zoom the whole time. He never connected his audio. I don't know if you guys remember, I was asking JJ to connect. So JJ, when I realized he was still here, I just removed him right now. So as soon as I removed him, he started talking smack in the chat, talking about Google Kurimeo exposed. Like, that video is so whack. You're so corny, man. Exposed nothing. All right. Yeah. So I knew a lot of Rastas back in the day. I was into the reggae, here in Costa Rica, I interviewed a lot of the famous reggae artists that would come. I met a lot of them. And, the Rastafaris have the Trinity symbol they always put up, which I know obviously goes probably back to some deeper stuff. And do Masons probably do that sign? Most likely. I was naive. I was not thinking in a way for me to, I'm throwing up signs. Now, if you want to talk about throwing up signs, gangs do it all the time. They throw up signs. And where do you think those signs come from? So I can easily say you're throwing up Masonic signs, man. So before you guys talk, because that's all that video says, they have nothing on me. So people are so desperate. People are so desperate to expose me, supposedly. They're just making themselves look like fools, JJ. You just made yourself look a fool, like to thousands of people, JJ. And I knew you were on some bull because you were muted the whole time. So that's why I just removed you. You don't even know how to use Zoom. You couldn't even connect your audio, or you weren't brave enough to talk. You weren't even brave enough to talk, JJ. But that's fine. We'll leave JJ alone. Thank you, Tales from the Chrysalis, for kicking him out. Love you, sister. And yeah, AJ, sorry to interrupt, man. That's a deep thing. And whenever you want to have a build on things like that, just let me know, man, and we can do definitely like personal bills on side, and I'll help you with the research and you know, anything I can find, and we'll do it. Anything,
For
man.
sure. Let's get it, brother. Straight up.
Yeah.
I think the position that I'm in right now out here in El Paso, bro, it's a very, very sturdy one, man. And we could utilize each other galore, my dog, for real. And I'm down.
So I want to give a shout out to let me go back because that beat is fire, man. Shout out to Vizo Breeze. All right. And a shout out to AJ for coming through. Thank you, brother. Diggy, Lewis,
Love you, dog.
Miss Welsh. I forgot the name of her, but Miss Welsh that came up. I'll see you in the genealogy soon. That's gonna be exciting. All right. Looking forward to it. Thank you for joining too. It was a pleasure being here with you guys tonight. I'm about to go to bed. Long day for me. All right. So hopefully tomorrow I can work on a video and upload something. Let's see what Kurimeo is gonna upload next. What is Kurimeo gonna upload next? Stay tuned. And again, thanks for tuning in, AJ. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. I appreciate you. It's glad to, you know, good to meet you more personally.
Bro, I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
What's your YouTube name so I can know who you are?
This me right here coming up. That's my Aztecaru.
Which one?
Right here. I'm put like here I be. My Aztecaru. Here I be right there. Look. My Aztecaru.
All right, I see you. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I know who it is now from now on.
Hit me up, player.
Yeah, much love and respect to all everybody who tuned in the chat. Got a lot of good videos. There's so much info I can't even keep up. I got so many books I forget to read from like 2 years ago. Many topics. The Jesus one, I was holding that for a while, and I was like, hey, what should I upload today? I was like, oh yeah, I got this window open with all these tabs that I haven't even used. Let me do the video on that today. I think it's time. I think the people are ready. All right. And you know, even though some weren't ready for it, the time is now. And we have no time to be feeling, you know, holding back, trying to censor myself so I don't upset people or people unsubscribe. I don't really care about that. I'm not here for views. Thank you for the views, because you know, it helps me a lot. Thank you for subscribing and sharing the videos. But if you know, it's not all about that. I just want you to make sure you're learning, and I hope that is of value to you. All right. And the other thing, much love and respect to Sweet Kajik and all the people who donated today. If you did, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You know, and again, if you want to ever talk to me, just, you know, hit me up on Instagram or my email. I try to answer all my messages. It's getting a little bit overwhelming. If I take long, just, you know, give me some time, but I do try to get through all of them. And yeah, and thanks to everybody who came through today and, you know, heard me out, my little rant, if you want to call it that. And you know, addressing my number one fans, the trolls, my number one fans, the trolls, the ones who make the more noise. But I know the real ones are in the, you know, in the cut, listening and watching, observing, and making sure I don't fall off or anything, or, you know, hey man, and if you at one point you thought, you know, hey, Kurimeo's going the wrong way, or Kurimeo, hey, listen, I just know, hey, I'm just human, man. I don't have no agenda. I'm not here to make anybody upset. I'm not here to try to break any codes or get the Most High upset. I'm not, you know, my relationship with the Most High is on a personal level, and I just hope he knows where my heart is, or he, she, Hawa, male, female, because people sometimes get offended when I say he, but, you know, just exist. I am, hey ya, Hawa, wherever you want to say it, man. Just breathe, relax, breathe easy, right? Like JC said, breathe easy. You know, all right. Thank you, pura vida, mi hermano, pura vida, you know. How's your Spanish, AJ?
Real.
You speak Spanish, AJ?
Más o menos, match.
Más o menos, ok.
Sí, sí, más o menos, sí me sale bien, güey, neta, sí me sale chido acá. So, sí me la
Órale,
aviento un Spanish acá chido. So, como
órale,
te digo,
órale.
acá como te digo, somos chicanos, so, nos tiramos un Spanglish a veces, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I get down like that too, man. I have an accent on both. I learned Spanish when till I moved to Boston when I was 5. I was just barely learning Spanish. Then I got over there, and then had to learn English because there was no bilingual programs in Boston when I got there in '87. Yeah, I was in the hood in '87 in Boston. All right, so
When I was in 2nd grade, my mom told me, she's like, en esta casa, ya no vamos a hablar español, man. You can talk to me in English now. So I was like, damn, I was like, all right. That's what's up. When I was 8 years old, is when they reconfigured my tongue, bro.
Oh, wow. So, hey, man, like, I do the same with my kids, but only because we're in a Spanish country. So I only speak English to them. Like in my household, we only speak English, and they learned Spanish everywhere else. They speak Spanish, so they didn't even learn it from us. They learned it, watching TV, school, my parents, everybody else. So we speak English, and it's okay, man. If you can learn languages, learn them, man, because it's really good. You learn a lot. You learn to open your horizons and talk to different people, travel. Hey, I recommend traveling, getting to know people. If you think people are a certain way, why don't you ask them, get to know them? If you have a disagreement with me, if you want to tell me something, come and talk to me, get to know me. Like, Kurimeo, why did you say that? Come ask me. Don't assume. Don't make your opinion based on your perspectives. Come ask me. Oh, Kurimeo, I heard you did this. I heard you talk about that. Hey, why don't you come ask me? Come talk to me, man. Come talk to me. Again, not to bring back, all those other master teachers and all these YouTube channels. Good luck trying to get a response from them. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So again, I've been saying I'm leaving, but I'm really leaving now. Thank you for tuning in.
Good,
Thank you for tuning in.
We love your voice, dog. Your voice is the most soothing, dog. With knowledge, man, that's a cherry on top, dog. Real.
That's funny because some people say, man, you sound this, like you sound like that. But hey, that's cool. I always feel weird listening to myself. Once I broke that, I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm not gonna just talk. I don't care what I sound like.
That's kind of how I feel right now too, man. Like we sound goofy at first when we're what do you call it? When we just
yeah,
I don't know, we just burst shit out. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Once we tap into our souls again, like we're smooth.
Exactly.
Like we said, we fluid. You know what I'm saying? And fluidity is key, dog. So I gotta keep that emotion rolling, man. For it.
Hey, much love to Indigenous Hebrew Israelite. He says, habla español también, vos. Necesitamos todo que entienden completa. I understand, brother. I understand, sister. Sorry, I don't know the gender. But, hey, muchas gracias. Hey, thank you. If you guys, I can teach, like, whatever you guys, I can start speaking a little Spanish here and there so you guys can pick up on words if you guys want to learn, Hey, I can help with that too. If you guys want to learn a little Spanish, let me know, man. Call me, tell me, hey, you want to learn a little Spanish or something? You need tutoring for Spanish? I'm willing to help you with that. I don't care. I'm not the best, I got accents on both, but I can probably try to help you, So, hey, I speak Portuguese because I speak Cape Verdean. I grew up with Cape Verdean, so I speak Creole Portuguese, Criollo. I speak that a little bit. I grew up in Boston. I went to what they call Haitian High. Yeah, it was mostly Haitians where I went in high school. And so I was there like 4 or 5 years. So, not because I got left behind, but because I was still there the next year, I was involved. I had people there. So, I picked up,
English, dog. Don't trip.
so I picked up a lot from my Haitian brothers, sac passe. All right. All my people out there in the Americas and all over the world, I have much love and respect for you. I hope that you guys can get past the angers, the egos, the disappointments, the depressions, and all that nonsense that we live through every day. I know it's hard, but just stay strong. And let's just, love, man. Love is everywhere, actually. I saw a movie the other day. It's pretty great. I mean, I saw it already, but I re-saw it again with my wife. Love, actually. I think that's a pretty good, cool movie. It's funny and stuff, but love is everywhere. Love is everywhere, really. It depends how you see things, all right? One person said once, he said, change the way you see things, and the things you see will change. The power of intuition, all right? I know a lot of people know what I'm talking about. All right, that's old school right there. PBS, Channel 2. The Power of Intention. There you go. That's what it's called. The Power of Intention. I think that was a great speech. Change the way you see things, and the things you see will change. If you focus on negative stuff, if you say, oh, we're going to die, it's the end of the world, there's going to be a war, they're going to put the vaccine, I can't pay my bill, I got this, that's what's going to happen. And your reality, not in my reality. Great Spirit got our back. I know it. Great Spirit got our back. I know it. All right? Don't get trapped in that fear and that low vibration. Most High got our back. Oh, wow. Got our back.
The synchronicities over here.
Yeah, yeah. So, pura vida, mi gente, my people, my family, much love and respect. All right? We got next. Yeah, who's we? We is anybody who got that love, that spiritual, that fire, that passion, that positive. Yeah, that's we. Not talking about skin color. All right. Much love and respect to all of y'all, man. And I know that we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. I see it already. All right. Peace. Pura vida. Bezo Breeze. Yo, shout out Bezo Breeze. Thank you for the beats.
Drop it. Yeah.